What it is, what it do, cyber world. It's your girl, the one and only, Ash Brown, and this is Ash Brown Uncensored. On this program, I talk a little bit about everything. It may be pop culture related, but it's probably Ash Brown related. So we gotta see how that's gonna be. Okay, so I am going to make a very, very pointed statement, and it's going to be unpopular, but I believe it's true. So just hear me out. Hear me out. Those people out there that are upset that Lil Wayne is not headlining the Super Bowl for next year, there is one person and one person alone to blame, and that's Drake. All right? So just humor me, will you? Just humor with me. Now, Drake started this whole beef, this back and forth with Kendrick, and I don't know what he thought I know what he thought the outcome was going to be. He thought that he was going to body Kendrick. Him and all of his ghostwriters, they were just going to just swarm in and just knock Kendrick out. And that's not what happened, is it, Drake? No. And he ruined the Super Bowl for pretty much everybody, because it could have been a whole Young Money Super Bowl show. He would have had Wayne up there. He would have had Nicki, Baby, and everybody else would have been up on there, because that would have been representation. Had he won the beef with Kendrick, which he did not. He failed that miserably. But that's how it goes, right? That's really how it goes. But yeah, so people that are upset, I will say this, and Wayne actually owned up to some of it. It's been known for years that he has had issues with substances and staying on track, being sober, being responsible. And you have to understand, the Super Bowl halftime show has become something of legend. It's not the fact that, he can't afford it. He could definitely over afford it. But they need someone that's going to be bankable, reliable, and someone that is current, that the current, state of the culture is going to really back, somebody that is relevant to today's culture. And as much as they would hate to admit it, Kendrick is it. Kendrick is it. Kendrick wasn't even in the fight. Drake tried him and he put him in the fight. And he came back and just, snapped on that. And I really feel as though this is Kendrick's big moment. As everyone knows, artists are not paid for the Super Bowl show. So Kendrick must have an album that is getting ready to be released prior to the Super Bowl show. And if he doesn't, I guarantee you he's working on it right now. And he gave one of my artists a really big shout. Shout out to D1. D1 Music. If you guys don't already know about D1, I've been talking about D1 since day one. Okay? Been talking about D1. And he is a rapper out of New Orleans. And he just recently got a shout on Kendrick's latest song that was released this past week. And it's just really helped to catapult him into mainstream a little bit more. And I love it. D1 is one of those conscious rappers, but he's conscious and he's not cursing and he's not talking down to people, but his flow is amazing. He's got an amazing flow. He's got awesome topics that he talks about. And I've been talking about D1 since the mid 2000s. Okay. I've been talking about D1 all day, every day. So I'm glad that TMZ, Nick Cannon, Entertainment Tonight, and everybody else has been tuned into him this week. I'm glad that they finally woke up and realized that the man is definitely something serious. And it's super exciting to see him grow as an artist. And he was a really good interview. One of my I won't say first, but I would say he was one of my biggest high-profile interview at the time. And at the time, he was still underground, but he was known regionally. So in and throughout New Orleans, and he was always traveling. So if you guys can check out that episode, I just highlighted it on my stories and also in my bio. So if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook and TikTok, that link in my bio, I actually pulled, because I had to actually go through and somebody mentioned it to me. They're like, hey, didn't you interview this guy? I was like, I did. And that was a bajillion years ago. I got to go search and find this episode. So, yeah, so you guys can check out the episode there. But he's just grown so much, and I'm so glad that he's getting attention that he deserves, he earned, and I can't wait to see what the next chapter looks for him. So that's all I got to say. I'm looking forward to Kendrick's performance. And now New Orleans can feel what Atlanta was feeling when we got Maroon 5 to do our Super Bowl. I am still not okay with that one. I'm not okay with it. I still feel away. I feel away. I'm in my feels. Georgia is one of the most diverse places for music, from country, R&B, rock, pop, rap, soul, bluegrass. The list goes on and on. There were so many artists that could have represented Atlanta better, could have represented Georgia better at Mercedes-Benz Stadium than Maroon 5. And y'all thought that we was gonna let up and forgive because y'all had give Big Boy a little shine, a little shout in there. Big Boy and Sleepy Brown. Nah, I'm still not happy with y'all that y'all did that. I'm not happy about it still. So New Orleans, you feel the pain. So it was y'all's turn. It is what it is. But I will holler at y'all later. Have a great, fantabulous, productive, peaceful, and promising week ahead. Deuces.